Hey folks, and welcome to GameFuel, in our second Gaming News Weekly. My name is Simple Logics, and I'll be your guide today. Starting things off, let's talk about Rainbow Six Siege. Most people have heard of the game by now. It started off rather slowly, but now over 2 years later and lots of support and content from the developers, it is one of the most played shooters currently. This week during an interview, Siege's brand director Alexandra Remy told Eurogamer that there is no sequel planned, and that the game will be around for another 10 years. He also stated that the loot boxes that will be added to the game next month will be strictly cosmetic only. What do you guys think about this? Are you ready to play Rainbow Six Siege for another 10 years? And are you okay with cosmetic only loot boxes? We here at GameFuel are certainly tired of loot boxes, and we'd like to see developers monetize their games differently. Sticking with first-person shooter news, Battlefield's final DLC, Apocalypse, has gone live this week for premium members. Apocalypse brings 3 new maps to the game, with the 4th map being exclusive to a new game mode, Air Superiority, which is an air combat only game mode. The DLC seems to be getting mixed reception, with many people reporting the DLC adding terrible microstutter to the game. I'll definitely be checking it out this week and letting you guys know what I think. In other news, a rather large patch has been added to Assassin's Creed Origins, which adds a new Game Plus mode to the game, letting you start the story over while keeping your character's level and XP. More exciting, however, is the Discovery Tour mode. This is a non-combat, educational exploration of ancient Egypt. Very cool indeed. Maybe now my mom will let me play video games. Next, let's talk a little bit about Biomutant, which is an open-world RPG coming out later this year. The game has you controlling a Rocket Raccoon-style mutant critter instead of a generic human one. This week, the developers showed off new gameplay and many of the game's aspects to PC Gamer. They showed off in detail the character creation tools and how the physical size of your character also affects your stats. They also revealed many of the gadgets available in games, such as mechs, jetpacks, and even a bow that you can fire at cliff faces to create climbing points. One of the most exciting things they revealed is that there will be over 500,000 weapon combos available through the game's weapon crafting system. Definitely a game you should keep your eye on. Next, I want to talk about some racing news. For fans of the Burnout series, EA announced that Burnout Paradise Remastered will be releasing on March 16th, so not long to wait for those of you dying to get your hands on it. The game will include all of the previously released DLC and will run at 4K 60 frames per second on both PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. A PC release will also be coming later this year. And for those of you who love the MotorStorm games back on the PS3, the developer Codemasters have announced a spiritual successor to those games called Onrush, which will be an arcade racer that features 8 different vehicle classes that each have their own style, handling characteristics, and abilities. And no, it will not be a PlayStation exclusive this time either. It comes out on June 5th for Xbox One and PS4, with the PC release not yet announced. Saving the best for last, let's talk about Mavericks, Proving Grounds. Formerly known as Project X, Mavericks is a battle royale style game that looks to shake up the game by providing a 12-kilometer squared, living and breathing world, with dynamic elements such as wildfires, all while supporting 400 players in a single multiplayer match. This part of the game is promised for a 2018 release, while the rest of the game will be released in 2019, which will include 1,000 player servers and feature strong character progression, social hubs, intelligent missions, and global scale player-driven narratives. I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting pretty burnt out on PUBG and Fortnite recently. And maybe a game like Mavericks could bring me back to the Battle Royale genre. Make sure you let us know in the comments what your thoughts on Mavericks is. Do you think the developers can keep up their promises? Well, that's going to wrap up our second Gaming News Weekly. I want to thank you all for watching. This is Simple Logics, signing out.